A warm welcome to the newsroom. I am Fidelia Aguncha. The Federal Executive Council, FEC, has observed a minute of silence in honor of late Issa Funtua, an ally of President Muhammadu Buhari. At the commencement of the virtual meeting, which is being chaired by President Buhari, the cabinet members mourned the deceased who died on Monday. Funtua, who was the Minister of Water Resources in the defunct Second Republic, established the Democrat newspaper during the military era in Nigeria. He died at the age of 78 from a cardiac arrest. The federal government intends to borrow 4.28 trillion naira in 2021 to fund its budget deficit. This is according to the 2021-2023 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework (MTF) and Fiscal Strategy Paper (FSP) submitted to the National Assembly by President Buhari on Tuesday. The total budget deficit of the proposed 12.66 trillion 2021 budget is 5.16 trillion naira, up from the 4.98 trillion in the revised 2020 budget. According to the federal government, the deficit will be financed by new foreign and domestic borrowings of 4.28 trillion naira, 205.15 billion naira from privatization proceeds, and 674.11 billion naira drawdowns on existing project-tied loans. According to the document, the projected debt service to revenue ratio will be 47%, which the federal government says raises some concerns about debt sustainability. Senate President Ahmed Lawan has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to ensure the submission of the 2021 national budget before the end of September this year. Lawan said this while referring the 2021 to 2023 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework and Fiscal Strategy Paper to the relevant committees of the Senate for necessary legislative action. The document was submitted to the Federal Parliament by Buhari on Tuesday. He said the presentation of the budget before the end of September would enable the National Assembly to complete necessary works and pass it before the end of December. He also asked the various committee members to engage all revenue-generating committees very well to ensure that a thorough job is done. Nigeria has received a grant of $890 million from the Global Fund, which will be focused on reducing the impact of HIV, tuberculosis, and malaria. Osage Ehanire, Minister of Health, who disclosed this on Tuesday, said the fund will cover an implementation period of 3 years from 2021 to 2023. A statement by Olujimi Oyetomi, Director of Information, Media and Public Relations, Ministry of Health, noted that the grant will fund health-related initiatives across the country. With the latest developments, Nigeria has now accessed 94% of the $2.436 billion, which is the total amount committed by the Global Fund to operations in Nigeria since the inception of the body in 2002. Ehanire explained that the commitment to Nigeria was split into 4 programs, which are HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, and resilient system strengthening for health. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has filed cyber fraud charges against 2 lawyers, that is, John Dimidi and Sarah Ajibola, for allegedly rigging the August 2018 Nigeria Bar Association National election. The EFCC filed a 14-count charge against the duo before the Federal High Court in Lagos on May 5th. They are accused of manipulating the election in favor of Paul Usoro, the NBA president. Usoro had polled 4,509 votes to defeat Okafor Obi and Ernest Ojukwu, who scored 4,423 and 3,312 votes, respectively. Abubakar Mahmood, former president of the association, had described the election as the fairest held so far, but Okafor challenged Usoro's victory and asked the court to conduct a verification of voters and audit the electoral process leading to the result announced. He also accused the lawyers of fraudulently using the Supreme Court enrollment numbers of some lawyers to vote with the intent of gaining an electoral advantage in favor of the incumbent president. We'll take a break here to bring you stories from our COVID-19 coverage. Stay with us.
Now believe this corrupting. You know if you touch black man. If you like, gather the whole Niger, come together, make the cough. Nothing.
Which one you want?
Give me V&D.
I beg, get small pieces.
How much you want to give him?
Give me 200. Take your change now, Ruby.
You don't want your changes.
My people, this coronavirus, na serious matter. May una wash una hands regularly. Come use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. If you no see water, wash your hand. Make una sit down for house. You see this virus, so e no get leg. Na we dey waka kurukere. No waka around, make the virus for die. No forget, say, the betterment of our people. Now for your handy day.
This message is from the Akinfade Foundation in partnership with the National Orientation Agency with support from MacArthur Foundation.
Many thanks for staying with us. Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi has tested positive for COVID-19. Fayemi confirmed his health status in a tweet on Wednesday morning. The governor said he's feeling well, but has proceeded on self-isolation in line with the Nigeria Center for Disease Control protocols. Fayemi has now directed his deputy, Adebisi Egbeyemi, to coordinate the affairs of the state while he receives medical treatment. The governor is believed to be among the 576 new COVID-19 infections announced by the NCDC on Tuesday night. Nigeria has so far recorded 37,801 coronavirus cases in all 36 states and the FCT. Edo State has ordered the cancellation of Eid el Kabir celebrations in the state to consolidate the successes recorded in the fight against COVID-19. The Commissioner for Information, Mohammed Gadra, made this disclosure in a statement made available to journalists on Wednesday. The council agreed that all the 5 emirs in the state would go to the Eid prayer grounds in their respective domains in motor vehicles. It is expected that Eid el Kabir will be celebrated globally on Friday, July 31st, 2020. Scientists have known for several months the new coronavirus can be suspended in microdroplets expelled by patients when they speak and breathe. But until now, there was no proof that these tiny particles are infectious. A new study by scientists at the University of Nebraska that was uploaded to a medical print site this week has shown for the first time that SARS-CoV-2 taken from microdroplet defined as under 5 microns can replicate in lab conditions. This boosts the hypothesis that normal speaking and breathing, not just coughing and sneezing, are responsible for spreading COVID-19, and that infectious doses of the virus can travel distances far greater than the 6 feet urged by social distancing guidelines. The U.S. government has agreed to pay $1.95 billion, that is 1.68 billion euros, to secure 100 million doses of a potential coronavirus vaccine being developed by U.S. pharma giant Pfizer and Germany's biotech. The U.S. also has an option to purchase an additional 500 million doses, and biotech said this in a statement released on Wednesday. Now, according to that statement, Americans will receive the vaccine for free, consistent with the U.S. government's commitment for free access to COVID-19 vaccines. The Ghana Football Association (GFA) have summoned President of the Barakum Arsenal FC Yakubu Moro to face its ethics committee for corruption claims leveled against the football governing body. Moro is alleged to have stated in a radio interview that the GFA Executive Council intends to share among themselves the COVID-19 relief funds given to the body by FIFA and CFA. To help ascertain the veracity of these allegations, Moro has now been asked to submit a written statement of defense to the Ethics Committee on or before 5 p.m. on Monday, July 27. Reacting to this, Moro has threatened to proceed to court if the GFA decides to punish him over his comment on the country's football governing body. We'll take a break here to bring you more stories. Stay with us. Welcome back. Let's talk business. The Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, NAMA, has described insinuations that Nigerian airports would reopen for international flights in October as untrue. According to Khalid Emele, General Manager, Public Affairs, NMA, the federal government had extended the closure of the nation's airports to all international flights with the exception of aircraft in a state of emergency. He, however, said approval may be given or may be requested and granted to overflight operations related to humanitarian aid and medical relief flights. He therefore craved the indulgence of customers, airspace users, and general public to disregard the misconception being circulated. According to him, Nigerian airports will reopen to international flights at any date the federal government, Federal Ministry of Aviation, and the NCAA consider safe, secure, and appropriate. Ugandan opposition lawmaker and pop star Robert Kyagulanyi, popularly known as Bobi Wine, has launched his National Unity Platform party ahead of the country's general elections next year. Bobi Wine is the biggest contender to 75-year-old President Yoweri Museveni in the 2021 presidential election. He explained that the National Unity Platform is a duly recognized political organization with the Electoral Commission, and the symbol is an umbrella. The launch comes a day after Museveni picked his nomination form for the upcoming election. Uganda is set to hold general elections in January 2021 when President Yoweri Museveni is expected to seek a sixth term in office. Nigeria Professional Football League side Rangers International FC have made a formal presentation of the 20 million naira insurance benefit fund to the family of late Ifeanyi George. According to reports, the check was delivered on Tuesday, July 21st and received by the late player's brother, Sonny Onwubiko, on behalf of the family. George died in March after an auto crash accident, and Rangers are understood to have acquired a group and personal accident insurance policy for their players, staff, and officials in the event of an unforeseen occurrence on and off the field.
I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to Rangers International. Thank you to the General Manager. Thank you to the Governor. Thank you to insurance company. Thank you to the representative of NFF. Thank you for his co-players and everybody around. We, the family, George Ifeanyi, because we do appreciate this. I know this has never happened before in Nigerian football, but Ifeanyi has sacrificed himself for this, because I definitely know this is going to be a stepping stone for other clubs to take a step. So therefore, I use this opportunity to say thank you. But I wish my brother was alive today. But there's nothing I can do. God knows the best. But thank you. Thank you.
The jersey number 15 for Ifeanyi George. Ifeanyi lives with us. Ifeanyi will forever be with us. We retire this jersey not to send the number into extinction. We retire this jersey because Ifeanyi has the strength and resilience of a ranger. We retire this jersey because Ifeanyi needs to rest. We retire this jersey because Ifeanyi broke a lot of genes, one of which was the victory at the center of Cairo against pyramids. That long goal that still reverberates in our minds. We retire this jersey to celebrate a soul that is so pure. Note that he lives with us, and that is why we don't use words. He lives with us, everyone. Ifeanyi lives with us. We retire this jersey in honor of the foundation of Rangers. We retire this jersey, and we say that in retiring this jersey, this incident will never befall us again.
And as the latest from the newsroom at this hour, thank you for watching.